Well, hey guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video. I'm the Frogster, and this is Title Silence. Let's have some fun. Alrighty guys, in this episode today we are going to be jumping on a project that I have been attempting to figure out practically since like before the garden. Okay, the garden was created off of this map on a private map of mine that I have. I was playing around with just the idea of that garden was created there, and there was one little idea within the garden that I have been just trying like crazy to recreate on here, but I have been without materials because this is a Sky Island challenge map. And I guess you could say that I have been working kind of behind the scenes, testing some things out and everything, ever since we have gotten our Nitwit Redstone Farming Starter Pack. And because of the fact that I have been doing some tests and everything and have been trying some new ideas out, I do believe today's video is going to be really, really cool. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I have tested out the theories and the principles, but I have not in any way, form, or fashion done a test run with doing what we're going to be doing today in this video. So I certainly hope everything turns out the way that I am hoping, and then after this video, the garden area is going to have just a whole new glow to it, guys. So with that said, let's go say hey to Henry. And then let's get this episode started. Henry, buddy, how is it going? How are you doing today, buddy? What in the world have you got to say? Alright, sorry guys, my controller, internet lag or something. I don't know what that was. I clicked on it 3 times before it came up. You gotta love it though. Well, hey Frogster, welcome back to 4 Frogs Pizza. So, my dad said you and him were planning some more projects down in his garden. Something about redstone, cobblestones, is something coming soon? Okay, yeah, your dad was supposed to stay quiet about that. It was supposed to be a surprise to you too. I guess he just thought about the viewers. I don't know. But yeah, well, Henry, to answer your question, yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, we do have a project that we're going to be doing today. And then we have another project that's kind of still in the works. We're still trying to figure out those last few little pieces of the project that's actually going to make everything work together. But yeah, today we have a building project that we're going to be working on. But you know what? I've told the viewers a little bit of stuff, but I've kind of left the viewers in the dark. So you know what? I'm going to leave you in the dark too. You're going to have to either watch this episode or after the recording or whatever, whenever you're down there saying hey to your dad, check out what it is that we've done. Because you know what? I do believe that it's been a while since I left you in the dark, and it's coming due, buddy. Your time has rolled back around where I'm going to start leaving you in the dark a little bit more, buddy. Because yeah, you have a little bit more means of getting information now with your dad being around. So yeah, I'm gonna make you work harder for your info. Well, that's not cool. Guys, I swear to you, this is not scripted. This was written, and that just happened to be his response. Well, Henry, buddy, I hate to break it to you, but you know what? That's the way the cookie crumbles at time, buddy. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I know. You don't like it, do you? Well, you know what? Like I said, buddy, that's the way the cookie crumbles today. Well, y'all have an awesome episode. Hashtag what's changed. Oh yeah, buddy. I'll be honest with you. I've kind of completely given up on trying to figure out what's changed in the restaurant and everything, because I don't know. I know there's 2 things definitely that's changed, and you said there was 4, and I have no idea what it is. I'm just going to leave this up to the viewers out there. As a matter of fact, I was chit-chatting with one of the viewers on Messenger a little while back ago, and this viewer, or maybe the group of viewers that all watched together with this individual, I've been informed that this viewer at least is working diligently to figure out, by going back and watching all the videos prior to the pizza party and after the pizza party and everything, to see what's going on and what has changed. So sooner or later, I'm assuming that we're going to at least have one of the viewers coming out with some guesses, or maybe with the answers for us. So buddy, I will chat with you later. You take care. Have a good one. Alrighty guys, let's get over here and grab ourselves, you know what? I was going to do a deep dish meaty pizza today, but I think I'm just going to keep it simple and do the deep dish cheesy pizza. You know, I'll be honest with you, I am in the mood for a cheese pizza. And in real life, guys, I honestly, after recording this, I'm probably going to get myself a nice cheese pizza. So, you know what, Mario, buddy, I know we haven't really chat that much ever since the pizza party, but you know what? I'm really digging the food here, and I'm not hungry enough to do a combo, but I am going to get a deep dish cheesy pizza and a pine cola today, buddy. And I believe that was 28 TC. Yeah, 28 TC. Do-do-do-do-do. 28, there we go. And into the little payment barrel here. And then deep dish cheesy pizza. And a pine cola. Ooh, buddy, you gotta love it. I tell you what, guys, on a serious note, I am seriously missing actually being able to drink pine cola. I think I said that a few episodes back ago. Well, on a serious note, guys, that I am really, really missing my pine cola. I cannot wait until I can have, ooh, looking down there at the daggone mob grid. Oh, and it disappeared. Those are big old slime. But yeah, the pine cola, guys, I cannot wait until I can go to the store and get myself another bottle of pine cola again. Because I tell you what, pine cola is delicious. But on that note, a deep dish cheesy pizza, let's dig in. Oh man, that was so good. And the pine cola to wash it down. You gotta love it, guys. You absolutely have got to love it. Well, guys, you know what? I was thinking about going over and visiting the exchange today. And, of course, we don't need to go over and talk to Tom. Yeah, it was Tom, Jerry, and Max. Yeah, so Tom's the orange one. We're going to be working on Tom's challenge. We might even, in today's episode, actually start working on his challenge, because last episode we went over there to Savannah Island and we got the saplings for the acacia tree, and in between episodes I'll actually be showing you guys here in just a little bit. I actually got the tree farm set up for that, so we can actually start chopping down the trees and collecting logs. I think we need 5 stacks if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, 4 or 5 episodes from now, we should have that knocked out and done. And it sounds like my doggos are actually inside here today. So you know what, guys? I am going to once again open and close the door to make certain they know I'm here, and to turn around because those goofy goobers keep staring at the doggone splash zone. And we are going to choose who is going to be coming with us today. You know what? Alrighty, that's going to be twice in a row that Toby has actually come with us. So we might have to, next episode, just simply come in here and grab Luna if the box doesn't choose her. Because we want to keep things as equal as possible with these guys. But you know what? I did install the little doggy selector too. So, yeah, well, you know, it's a toss of the coin. We might just simply let the doggy selector choose, and then unless Toby just once and over and over and over and over again, you know, that's the only time we will make a decision against it. But guys, let's come on over here. Of course, Toby's going to teleport. Yeah, he's going to teleport. We're going to come on down here. I'm going to grab a little bit of sleep here. Well, you know what? It's not dark enough yet, so I'm going to come over here. We're going to put this glass bottle away. And then we are going to get on down to the garden area, and we're just going to have ourselves a little nap down there. and then we're going to get started on today's project. So I don't know how many of you guys have been noticing the small little changes that I was talking about, how I've made on the main area of the island up there. I don't know how many of you guys have noticed the small little things that have changed, but if you have noticed anything, and of course if you've noticed anything down here that might look a little different, you have an idea as to what we're going to be working on today, don't they, Toby? Yeah, buddy, they should have an idea, shouldn't they? But guys, yes, as you can see, the oak trees have all been chopped down. We've got cobblestone next side of all of the bees' nests. Of course, I have moved the bees' nests around, and guys, this is what we're going to be doing today. We are literally going to be pushing buttons and moving the bees' nests from where they are now over to Dusty's garden. And the reason why I have chosen to put cobblestone in front of these guys, I don't know for a fact how all of this stuff works. I'm not 100% certain, but I've seen a whole bunch of YouTube videos to where if you're moving the little bee boxes or the bees' nests or whatever those little bee boxes that you actually build, you have to use honeycombs and all that other stuff, and you have to build your own little bee boxes. And if you're going to move the bee box, you have to have all the bees inside of it before you can move the bee box. And, well, I'm moving the bees' nests here, but I'm not actually breaking them down, putting them in my inventory, and putting them back somewhere else. I'm just literally going to be moving them with the pistons. So I'm not certain if I have to block the bees in. You can actually hear them. They're buzzing like crazy inside there. They can't get out because even though they can enter the bee's nest from any side, top, bottom, left, right, front, back, it doesn't matter. The only way they can exit is on the sides where you have the little holes, and that's what I have covered up. Just simply so that if I'm moving them around, they don't get confused and just simply start flying all over the void. Because I certainly don't want to lose these little bees here. So guys, before I say too much more, let's come over here and I'm just going to show you. This is what we're going to be working with today. This is practically, except for the stairs. I've got to get some stairs. That's a good thing I have this box over here. It should have stairs in it. Yeah, it has plenty of stairs. I don't think we want to need 8, but yeah. Now we got the stairs. But guys, let's go ahead and let's get this, I guess you could say, let's get this thing started up and let's get things built. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a platform. And we're basically building this platform so that we can guide our wonderful bees' nest to where they need to go. And I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I'm not 100% certain on how well this is going to work. Because, guys, as I've told you bazillions of times, I like to keep everything real. I like to just simply play this game in a fashion to where, you know what, if I'm going to make a mistake, everybody's going to see it and we can all learn together. This is a Minecraft Let's Play video. It's nothing more, nothing less. So, with that said, we are going to come over here and we are going to start building this little platform that I'm talking about and then see how things go from there. Alrighty, that's about as far as we can go this way. And then I doubt we're going to have enough time to do all 8 bees nests together. I honestly think it's going to take much more time than we have available to do all of them. But I'm going to set up one side. That way we can hopefully at least get, you know, we can at least get the bee's nest on one side done. That would be, I do believe I will be satisfied with at least having one side done. Because I mean, 4 bees nest in the time that we have left shouldn't be that far out of, shouldn't be that difficult. It should not be too much work. And what I'm doing here, since I realized this, we're going to be moving the bee's nest along this line here. But we're also going to need to move the bee's nest from the outside edge around. So we're going to need to build out a little bit more than just simply one row. And then over here we're going to need this and this, and then let's see, over here we're also going to need this and this. Alrighty. I do believe, at least for starting out, that should be good. So what I'm going to do, as you guys noticed, I have a bunch of these pistons and buttons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of preset things how I believe. See, we're going to be sliding them down to here, and this one's stop. So I need to have a piston here, and then a little block right here with a button. That way, once I get it to here, I can start moving it down this way. And you know what? With that said, I'm going to need some more, because whenever you move these guys, of course, things seem to go in your favor going this way, because we're going to be pushing it from the side that has the block. It's going to be coming down. But then when we start pushing it this way, the blocks are covering up, and then the hole's going to open up here, the access hole. So I'm going to need, whoa, I don't need to do that. Alright, I'm going to need to put some blocks down here to make certain everything is blocked off all the way to here. And then I'm going to have a block there, and then that there, and then I'll put the button on top. There we go. And then from this way, it's going to be going, and then we will worry about everything else afterwards. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not certain this is going to work 100%, but I am going to do what I can to make it work. Let's see here. Alright. There we go. Look at that, guys. And then we put this button right here, and it presses that right there. And then, you know what? I'm just going to, yeah, that's perfect. This idea is working, guys. Look at this. I was wondering about how I was going to be constantly moving things, and you know what? I can just simply, I can put cobblestone blocks. That's right, because it'll push 13 or up to 13 blocks before the piston has too much. So, with that said, that is awesome. I don't know how many blocks this is, but I'm thinking we're getting close. I'll put one more there just in case. Alrighty, we need some more leather because, of course, we are going to need some more item frames. So let's see if this is working. Now, guys, I'm going to be frank with you. Yes, this is working very well. So we only need 2 more slots. Yeah, I'm going to be frank with you. Now that I see this is working, we are going to set up the rest of everything. Because we can't really get anything moved into place if we don't have these other small things prepped up and ready to go. Alrighty, and you might be wondering, what in the world, Frogster, do you need those items for? Well, let's get over here, guys, and I will show you. We're going to come over here, and now, technically speaking, I have more. I see 2, 4. I can do up to 6 of these bees nests, or bees nests on each side, because you got to space them out, and I can do 2 of these right here, and then I can put the little fire right there, and then, of course, you can put that right there, and then the bee's nest is going to go right on top of that. And this right here, guys, is simply so that I can, harvest the honey, the honeycombs, all of that stuff from the bee's nests. And, of course, I'm going to have to put this on the other side, but I'm going to have to wait until I get everything moved and then tear down that little half slab out there to put the other side of these doors up. So let's see. I only have 4 for each side. So if I do 1 on each end, then I can do 2 in the middle. Okay, yeah, we'll do this route right here. And see, this is the reason I say I can do 2 per side, because I can literally pop these 2 right down just like this right here, and then cover them up like this right here, and then literally the bees nest sit right here. They're kind of wedged into place. They got all of the edges available for the bees, and if I'm not mistaken, the door, the opening, is going to be facing the front of the garden area whenever they get over here. So that should look and work quite well. And then we're just going to plop this joker down right here, and then we're going to put that right there just like that. So now, guys, now we are ready to get back and move the bees' nests. At least I think that's what we call the bees' nest. I've always called them beehives, but Minecraft, either they've changed the way that everything is named, or they've just chosen to name them differently than normal. I don't know. Alrighty, now let's go ahead. Let's see, that, and that's going to sit just like that. Beautiful. Okay, alrighty. So we got that right there. Let's come over here and press this button again. Let's see, 1. Alright, and that's as far as she goes. So what we're going to do is we are going to take all this stuff down right here, and then going to prep up this next one here with the way it's going to be set up. And we are going to knock this stuff out and see how it all works. And guys, it's looking it's looking from the time here that I'm looking on my recording that we are getting super close to the midpoint, or we've just gone past, should I say, the midpoint of recording. So certainly we need to speed things up a little bit here. All right, just like that, and that works. That works beautifully. So now we can, you know what? I really like this button top. There we go, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna move everything just this simple, guys. And see, in my head, I kind of saw all this stuff working, and I am so happy that it actually is working. I'm worried that the bees, because we're moving them so far, there might be problems with the bees. I don't know what the problems could be, because of course I haven't tried all this out. But yeah, the most I've moved the bee's nest was literally moving them all up to the same elevation, moving them around over here. But for starters, it was up there on the original island. I moved our first ever bee's nests, should I say. I moved the first 2 ever bee's nests we had up there on the original island up to where they were up and out of the way to where it could be grass all the way around the tree. But I didn't move anything as far as I am now prior to this. So I really, really hope that this isn't going to mess up the bees in some way, form, or fashion, or cause the game to glitch where the bees just disappear. I mean, this isn't the normal method of moving bees. I don't believe. I've never seen anybody else doing this. And look at this, guys. And that is flawless. I love it. Come right here. We can knock all this out. And it's gorgeous, guys. Gets all this stuff prepped up and ready to go. Alright, so we got it all lined up for the next one to come in. And then now we're going to be pushing this to this point right here. So it needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times needs to be moved. Alright, so we've got 1. Whoa. Wrong one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. 5. And just like that, guys, we've got it moved into place. And let's see. Because of the fact I do not want to take a chance at the bees getting into the fire, I'm going to block that side off right there, just to make certain that they can't leave the nest as soon as we move them over. And then we're going to be building a little platform over here. This is probably way too much. Nevertheless, better be safe than sorry kind of aspect. And we stick that right there like that. And then come up here, plop you down. And then, boom. Just like that, guys, we have the bees' nest moved into place. And guys, that, I certainly hope that's going to work. So what I want to do is I'm going to move as many of these guys as I possibly can before we run out of time. And then hopefully by that time it'll be daylight, and however many we've moved, I'm just going to go around and I'm going to cover up the fires and everything, and then release them. And hopefully see these bees happily moving about. That is what I'm going for. And from the looks of things, we're probably going to be able to move this one, and then that's probably going to be the video. So in between episodes, as you see me doing this, I'm just going to do this over and over and over again for both sides until I get all of the bees' nests moved into place. And you know what, guys? I think what I'm going to do, this next one, I'm going to move it all the way to the far corner. if I move it all the way to the far corner, that's going to give me the farthest point of moving. And then hopefully everything will go well from there. And then if there's going to be anything going wrong with the bees, I will definitely be able to see it at that point. Alrighty, so that's as far as this one's going. Alrighty, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to come over here, and I'm pretty certain we're not going to be doing this one together, but might as well prep it while I can. And then, of course, all these other bees nests that you see over here, I'm basically going to be moving them to line up. You know what? I'll be honest with you, considering it's so much of a hassle coming up and down these stairs, I probably should have brought this over one and had it coming up alongside the stairs. I wasn't thinking. But you know, guys, that's what it is. You live and you learn. So in between episodes, it's going to be a little bit easier for me. Haha. Alright, let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see, does that move it perfect? Yes, it does. And then she is ready to go on this side. And just like that, we're going to get her moved. And I did not count how many times she's moved on this side, but we will find out together. See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9. So that's beautiful. So she moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I pushed her 11 times. Alrighty. And then we're going all the way down to the end on this one. I'm also going to need you too to get down there. Beautiful. Alrighty, come on over here. And this is going to be quite a few times. I'm going to have to move this little piston once or twice. Once, if I'm not mistaken. Just going to move this till it stops. Actually, you know what? I don't have to move this piston. I can move the piston down and take it up and then use it. The piston in my inventory, that is the one that I'm going to push it over finally with, I can put that one halfway down. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, guys, this is working so nicely. I never would have thought that my idea would work so smoothly. I mean, it's surprising to me. Normally my idea is just off the wall like this doesn't work so smoothly. So I tell you guys, I am really, really happy about this. Let's see, how far is this gotta go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Is this? Yeah, one more. So 6 and then 7. 6 and then 7. And guys, that right there, that the whole jumping of the music, that was internet lag, I do believe. Alright, let's come down here. And of course, everything is lined up flawlessly. Got ourselves our block right there. I'm gonna come over here, crouch down. I'm gonna set up a little platform right here. Gotta love it. Looks like I'm gonna need to come over here and build a little platform out on the edge over here, just so I can get more or less on the right playing field. There we go. Set everything up here, and beautiful. And then one time, guys, that is flawless. You gotta love it. Alrighty, so we're gonna knock that out there. And then we'll come over here. And we have this one set up, so I'm gonna have to knock that out there. And do I still have them? No, I don't still have them on me. So, whoa, guys, that right there, that was me being really clumsy. Did you see how close I was to going off the edge right there? That was my own clumsiness. Alrighty, guys, let's see how all this is going to be working now. Alright, close that up. And then we're going to have 2 more over here, guys. But for right now, I'm just going to see how well this works. We're going to check it out together, guys, and see how these bees like being moved. Whoa. Alrighty, that is all sealed off, so the bees are safe to be let out of their nest. And this, guys, is what I was concerned about moving them. I don't know if I just lost the bees or not. Now, I know I have bees on the other side over there. If I need to, I can get a whole bunch of flowers, in between episodes. Look at this. Oh, you gotta love it. In between episodes, I have gotten a whole bunch of bone meal, so making more flowers and bringing bees over here, that's not going to be a problem. But it appears as though you can't move the bees that far without losing the bees. I don't know how I've lost the bees. But guys, that's the reason I have so many more bees nests over there. And what I'll do is I will just slowly get more bees, bring them over here, and get them readapted. Because I assure you, I had bees before all of this got started. There was definitely bees in there. I have no clue where they've gone now. Well, guys, on that note, and the bees also could just simply be weirded out because of the fact that they were just moved so far. I do not know. I'm going to have to figure things out in between episodes. But guys, with that said, Toby, how are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Come on over here. Let's climb on up here, or climb on over here, and say goodbye to all the viewers. What do you say? Alrighty, there you go. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking around and checking out another episode of Tideless Islands. I can't thank you guys enough for all of the support, all of the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribers. This is the 60th episode of Tideless Islands, guys. And it's just, it's still hard for me to believe that I've been able to do 60 episodes and you guys are still coming back to see more. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you guys next time. This is the Frogster, and I'm out. Later, guys.